compliances. And because of that, what these compliances says, these regulations says, if you are working with US organizations, you'll have to keep data inside US based server. So the server or the data center exists in US territory. You should keep all the data within them. All the US people data should be kept there. GDPR says you should keep all your European Union clients data into Europe servers. So that's where Make thought of, okay, why not to set up two different data servers, two different data centers, and that's where they keep all the data as per the client's choice. So if you are someone who's from Europe or from US, you can choose any one of them as per your data security things. If you are anywhere outside of these two regions, like apart from these two, anywhere in the world, then you can choose any one of them as per your choice. There is no difference in terms of features, no difference in pricing, no difference in speed, no difference in any experience. It's exactly same, right? So from India, you can choose any one of them, absolutely fine. Now, the second part is country. This is super important. Why so? Because based on this country, the automation will take your time zone setting. Now, what do you mean by time zone? Let's say if you schedule an email reply or a social media post at 10 a.m. every day, like who's 10 a.m.? If you're from India, if you select India 10 a.m., then it's going to be India time 10 a.m. So when you wake up, you are ready, your post will go out. But if you select, let's say US 10 a.m., for example, if you select US as a region, that 10 a.m. will become in your, will come somewhere at your midnight, right? So that's the importance of selecting the right region. And obviously you can change it later on. If you move your country or if you wanted to go to different time zone, you can absolutely go ahead and change this time zone as per your requirement. But essentially at the first part, you should always choose it like your base country, wherever you wanted to follow the time zone. Now, once you do this part, you will get into make.com. Okay, let me just log in here. Admin. Guys, sorry, one sec. Somehow my thing got logged out. Meanwhile, you can take a quick water break or something. That's fine. So in our organization, actually, many people work on the same Make account due to various client projects has to be handled. And that's where logins get spoiled. Okay, perfect. I got it. Perfect. So once you are logging into Make, you will see something like this, a screen which gives you complete visibility of make.com interface, right? So a purple ribbon, which has many more things over here. And then there is a centralized dashboard. Now, let me explain you what this widgets are, why this is important. So let's say when we work on make.com, what Make does is it's actually helping you to automate your manual task, your physical task. So for example, let's say if I was supposed to do this whole process myself, what I will do, I'll simply go here, grab this idea content, put that into a ChatGPT, get all of these content generated, get the image generated, put everything back over here. So all of these tasks I'll have to do myself manually by hands, right? But now Make is going to handle everything for me. It'll go to Google Sheet, it'll connect it to ChatGPT, it'll grab the image, everything will be done. And then from there, it's going to even post this whole thing on different social media channels. Now, what Make says, if I'm replicating your actions, then that means each task, what you were doing, I'm doing for you, right? And that's where Make says, I'm going to charge you for every task, every particular action that I take, I reduce, I'll charge for that. So what Make says, these number of tasks, let's say grab data from Google Sheet, put that into GPT, generate content, generate image, and even put everything back into Google Sheet. These are 4 number of different tasks which Make has to do for me. Then I don't have to even touch the system. So Make says each task is counted as one operation. So Make follows that operation. Some other platform call it tasks, right? So either these are tasks or number of operations. Make says I'm going to give you 10,000 tasks for $10, right? That's their pricing. So for example, if I run this whole thing, I'm going to spend about 4 tasks over here And if I follow this whole publishing method, I'm going to spend about 6 tasks over here. So in total, to generate a post and to publish a post, it will take me total 10 tasks on make.com platform, which anyways I had to do manually. Even if I go manual, I'll have to do it on my with my hands on my system, right? So Make says in the similar way, I'm going to give you 10,000 tasks for $10. So that's their pricing. This dashboard shows me how many tasks I already consumed out of those 10,000. So here almost 51% tasks are being consumed, right? Then the second parameter what they wanted to track is the amount of data transfer happened while I perform these tasks. So for example, if I go here, let me go to history run and just show you. So basically, whenever make connect with any application, for example, over here, when I published a post today, it went into Google Sheet, grabbed the whole post data, got it inside Make, and see here, it consumed about 5.5 KB data. So whatever data you see here, my initial idea, my whole post content for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on, even the image content, it is in total, the content size is 5.5 KB. The same way, when it went ahead and published this content on LinkedIn, the size was about 44 bytes. You may even like laugh, what is this? 5 KB, 5 MB, it doesn't make any sense these days, right? We have GBs and GBs of memory, RAM inside our systems. So when it works with the all content, all textual data, the size is super low, right? And what makes is, if I'm getting some data from here, 5 KB data, I'll deliver that 5 KB data over here, 5 KB over here. In total, what it consumed is almost 900 kilobyte data while working with this entire flow. Now, this means like nothing, just a 900 KB or 1 MB. What if I tell you, I build an automation scenario where there is a video parked inside my Google Drive, and that video has to be published on a particular date, let's say 1st of January, on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook as a reel. Now that video can be of, for example, YouTube videos only in GBs, right? So 500 MB, 1 GB, 2 GB, 5 GB. Still, in that case, Make has to perform only 2 tasks. Pick that video from Google Drive, post it on YouTube. Just 2 tasks. But the quantum got changed completely. So you see here, this was earlier only 5 KB, but now it can become even 5 GB, right? And that's why Make says, I'll have to track the data as well. Like how much data is being transferred, how much resources are being used from their servers, from their machines. So it is not just about number of operations, but it is even about the quantum or the amount of data being transferred over here. And that's where the whole pricing part comes in. So Make has multiple subscription plans. First of all, it gives you a free plan, free forever. You don't have to apply any card and nothing. It gives you 1000 operations for free for every month and no limitation forever. So you can build like very small scale automation workflows. Or just for example, if you run this kind of automation scenario, which takes you 10 tasks every post, right? Within 1,000 tasks, you can do up to 100 posts, which is like more than good. 3 posts a day. And for the entire month, you can do it for free, right? And that's the insanely good thing. That's why I chose Make. Like many people can simply operate within the free plan itself. Then there is something called core plan, which gives you, as I said, like if you go beyond 1,000, you can go for straight up 10,000 for $10, 20,000 tasks for $18, and the price is decremental. So you can see here, like up to 1,50,000 tasks can be purchased for $116. And believe me, there are many organizations who are even spending up to $5,000 a month, about like 5 million tasks, 4 million tasks, and those are our clients. So that much people are dependent these days on automation, that much processes are being automated already. So that many number of tasks are being taken care by the automation systems. Then there is something called Pro Plan, Teams Plan. Believe me, it's a pro tip for you. 99% of Make users are more than good with the core plan. So you don't have to spend extra money on Pro, Teams, or even Enterprise plan. Just go with core plan if it required, or if you go beyond 1000 operations. Now you may have a question like, if I go ahead with 10,000 operations, I end up using all of them at, let's say, 15th day of the month. Should I upgrade my plan to 20,000, or there is any other option, or should I just wait for month to end and then I'll start my operations again? So the answer is there is a good flexibility provided by Make, which is called buy extra operations. So in case if you end up using all your operations for that particular month, then you can still buy extra operation in the round off of 1000. So an extra 1,000 operation will cost you about $1, $1.06 actually. So if you buy 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 as per your need, you can simply go ahead and buy whatever number you want. And for next month, you can simply apply, like do some calculations, how many operations will require for your uh, regular transition, right? So that is part one of the whole make plan. Second is about the users. You would have already heard or experienced all of the software these days work on the user base or license base or seed based plan. So if you add one user, they'll charge you, okay, $5, $10 every user. If you add second user, there'll be extra cost. Third user, extra cost. What Make did good is they said, we are not bothered about how many people are using the platform. We are just concerned about how many operations, how many tasks Make has to perform for you, right? So for example, if you buy 10,000 tasks, Make will get you pricing for 10,000, right? They say you can onboard unlimited number of users, whatever number of people you have within your organization, just go ahead, onboard them. We are not bothered at all how many people are using system. We are bothered about how much system is being used, how many tasks you are performing, how many operations you consume. That's a golden thing, I would say. And with this particular advantage, you can onboard all of your people, all of your critical important people who wanted to automate their tasks on this platform without incurring any additional cost, right? Even on free plan, you can add as many people as you want. So now within this particular thing, you can assign different roles. So you can make them admin, member, accountant, app developer. So these are different roles what every person can do. And accordingly, your organization can come on make.com. Now, finally, one important thing is in case if you wanted to change your time zone, simply go here, country or something. But reason cannot be changed, but time zone can be changed. So like wherever you are, simply change it from here. So these are a couple of important settings. Apart from this, like the payment part, installed apps, and these variables are not much important at this point. So this is a quick overview of Make. Now, why we are on Make? To build automations, right? And we did not spoke about automation until now. So when we talk about automations, when we talk about workflows on Make, they are actually called scenarios, right? Scenario means a given situation, a given set of tasks which has to be performed by Make or on the Make platform. So here you see there is a tab called scenarios, or here you see a purple button which is called create a new scenario, right? Let's go with this particular section at the start. Click on scenarios, and over here this is how the whole scenario listing look like. So for example, currently I have about 5-6 days active automations, and then there is a long list of inactive automation as well, which I'm not using currently, but I built many of them. So simply you see a whole list of things over here. Apart from that, in case if multiple people are working on the same account, or maybe if you are building automation for multiple processes, you can always create folders over here. So simply click on this, create a folder, and park your scenario into that particular folder. So you have a proper classification of everything. So let's say we have accounting folder, we have DIY blueprints, school things, and many more things, right? So that's how you can classify things in a well manner. In case you want to activate or deactivate scenarios, simply click on this. It'll either active or deactive. Now, let's get into the actual practical automation development, how we build automation scenarios